So like, imagine that you fall in love with someone and you are so over the moon happy, and then you find out that they're sending messages to someone on social media, and then, oh my God, they've changed their name and they have a record and an adult child? What? Keep watching to find out what book I'm talking about today. Hey y'all, it's Denanyoh, and today we are talking about the book Love of My Life. The author of the book is Rosie Walsh. The genre of the book is fiction. The theme of the book is literature, thriller, suspense, okay? Listen, y'all, oh my goodness. Today we are talking about Emma, who is in love with Leo, and they have a daughter, and they are just so happy. Well, Leo is a journalist, and then he starts to find that Emma is sending all these messages from men on her social media account, specifically Facebook. Girl, what is going on? Only to follow and fall down this rabbit hole to find out that Emma has changed her name. She has a permanent record. She used to be called Emily, and she has a child that is an adult. So I got a toddler with you, and you've had a kid that's 18. Who are you? Who are you? Y'all, I was just in the mood for something light. I was like, oh, love of my life. I'm excited to watch. Stressed. You're reading the book, and so Emma has this really complicated situation because currently as Emma, she has a daughter, Ruby, and there's no issues, right? She had her, she's living with Leo, they're raising this child, they're having a great time. But when Emma, before she changed her name and was Emily, she had really bad postpartum psychosis. In the States, we call it postpartum depression, or there might be a different term, or they might be changing the term. But in the UK or in Europe where they call it postpartum psychosis. And she had that really bad when she gave birth to her child, Charlie. And so there also was some lying that was involved and some manipulation, which caused and kind of encouraged Emily's postpartum. So there's that entire story too, which is what makes the story a thriller and so suspenseful, okay? But my favorite thing about the book, if you're looking for a book that has so many twists and turns, you don't know what's happening next, but also you're not lost, right? You're following along because it follows Emma, and then it goes back to, oh, let's jump to Emily and tell her story. And then you follow Emma, and then it's like, and then this is when she met Janice, and then you're following Emma. You are following along. When I tell you the edge of your seat, you are following along, you are reading it, you're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? And then when you find out the entire purpose of this is that Charlie, Emma's son, is the one sending the messages, trying to get a hold of her with all these different accounts and using these different names because he found out a big secret 18 years ago and finally wants to let Emily know. But it could never be that easy because Emily is now named Emma and is married to a whole person and has her own kid, right? And so you're just like, you meet people, you try to take them at face value, you might even marry them, and they got this whole life. They got a whole life. A fascinating read, an absolutely fascinating read. Rosie Walsh, great author. You're looking at the cover and you see this like marshland, kind of like coastal. That plays a big part of the book, right? So very, very good, very suspenseful, and not in like a scary, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? Except for when we were reading about Emily going through her postpartum psychosis. That part was terrifying for me as a parent, especially as a parent of a young child, because like to feel like your body could turn on you and like trick you in that way. The fact that your brain might not do what you want it to do, that part is terrifying. We wake up every day, we just trust that we're gonna be of sound mind. We wake up every day, we just trust that our feet are gonna carry us or that the camera's gonna turn on or whatever. When you have a child and you have all these hormones and stuff changing and leveling back out, you can't trust your body. Terrifying. That part was terrifying. But like, if you don't have a kid or if you're not worried about those kind of things, don't worry about it. But for me, that was the scariest part. Okay, so consider reading this book. It was very, 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 very good. All right, very, very good. So if you're interested in more book reviews like this or just other things that I want to comment about, take a look at this next video. I'll see you in the next one.